Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to you, wherever you are, whatever time it is when you listen to this. Welcome to my channel. Alright, so I'm gonna do this for Life Path 4, right? Life Path 4. I hope you guys are doing okay. Some of the things it is that we're going to be kind of reviewing where you are right now and where it is that you will be going. It'll whatever comes out just comes out like path four, okay? Ultimately, with life path numbers, they're not necessarily to be confused with your destiny number, right? Even though I know I'm saying it, but I know somebody is going to watch this anyway and associate it with the destiny number. So, but number four, right? Um, we gonna see where you are, right? See where you are, see what it is you got going on, see what could be possibly coming in. I hope we get some resolve for you, right? Okay. Life Path Forward, what I'm kind of, it's like the messages that will be hidden in plain sight. You gotta pay attention to what's going on for you, right? Really pay attention. Yeah, because it's giving like the visions and premonitions. Yeah, and the influence of the strategies that come into place with in one having a passionate new beginning. Strategies, robberies, the name Robert, some of that other stuff. Um, yeah, but the strategy for a new beginning. In short, so that a person, it's about the home aspect. That's going to be really important for you. Life Path 4. If you ever paid that any attention and what you would have paid attention, or not paid attention to, but what you would have given, received, what reciprocity and things of that nature look like for you. But yeah, because these is like some crossing influences. It's like one kind of begots or begets the other. Okay? So you got seven of pentacles, Temperance reverse, King of Swords upright, Nine of Pentacles reverse. This is gonna be in regards to you, Life Path 4. You got some things going on to determine what's the difference between codependence, meaning substance abuse, codependence, children, codependence, meaning interdependence. So in some relationships, whether they be business or otherwise, you know, partnerships and things of that nature. But the investment that would have been made out of one being impatient and the thought that would have come in regards to one being codependent. I'm saying codependent, but I just heard codefendant. In short, who backing you up? I'm seeing, okay, so there's two sevens. Okay, the other thing is giving it being a truth for every coin. This is giving about accountability, and I'm saying accountability, but it's giving account space ability. So an accounts ability. Oh my goodness. No, because the other portion of it is like is for your pay attention to how it is you're breaking things down. Life Path 4. Because even in that, when it comes to the word count, it's a space and then just one C with count and then another space and then ability. It's like the further you go into it, yeah, the more it needs to be separated. Is yeah, with different space. And even with that, account and account test, they had land, excuse me, they had land, they had a whole bunch of stuff, right? But it being a truth for every coin, and then there being the codependence as the weakness. And the other portion of it is the codependence that comes into place with the sun, right? Or with Leo essence. Well, one of the things I'll say is when you depending on somebody to say or do something for you, you kind of put your everything you want for real kind of on the back burner for what that person wants. That's part of it. That could be a bad thing, could be a good thing. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there. The other portion of it though, right? Uh, because a lot of this is given that people are impatient. When you have to invest in something, there's impatience. It's the fastness, and it was 707 when I said that. It's about how fast it goes, how fast it can happen, and how a person would be how in this truth of telepathy, whether it be telepathy, whether it be uh, one who knows how to meticulously plan according to their spirit, they're being codependent on a weakness. This King of Swords, look, yeah, it's given like in the alchemical aspect, it'll be about the virtues that will be associated, right? Yeah, but in this, it's the logic of being of a person being codependent as a weakness versus and the incoming of independence as a strength. And then there being this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So what it is to be stable, whether it be in finances or emotions. Some of this stuff is that is giving out is yeah, for yeah, because it's coming to me. Like that for if you have a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, um, Sun sign, and then you have a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn moon, and then there being the ambitions, the devil, the devil section, but it's also giving that whole structure aspect and what would it was that would have taken place on Saturday, and how you would be bound to a person only through the sexual desires. A lot of people, yeah, because a lot of people, yeah, they like to demonize it so much, but attraction is it plays an emotional part as well in varying situations. However, it shouldn't rule what you got going on. That's why this virtue portion is coming out. Yeah, because the irony that comes into place with it is the how the stability, how stabilizing the dramatics would be with them one being out of conflict, and how stabilizing one's aggressions are outside of conflict. So realistically, Life Path Forward is giving you stabilize. If you look at it, right? If you stabilize your thoughts, right, for or within stabilizing the thoughts for stability, right, and then the aggressiveness that'll come within one's peace. So yeah, yeah. This damn be without malice card. I'm sorry, y'all, man. My bad. This be without malice card has come out. If this is the four, you have to be without malice. What this is giving is that you want there to be malice. Yeah, is that at some point there was a desire for it. Yeah, because this is giving the ambition, the overall essence of it, the ambition that will come into place with being connected to one's justice, to being connected to one's justice and to one's odd culture, or to what one would constitute as balance, being connected to the balance. In regards to love, loving that you are different, even down to the bone. Loving that you're different in ambition, and it being a time to reflect. Okay, life path four. What I'm seeing that comes into place with you is very everything is very linear, but within it being linear in the spiritual aspect, certain things that you would need to review being healed would be what constitutes as making you feel stable. Especially when we're talking about this Saturn or this double essence, because it's realistically, it'll be the structure of the strategies for a brand new beginning, for starting the investments. And within, yeah, whether or not you respect a person's nature not to be malicious, not to be mean, not to be rude. Overall essence, you were born to create. I figured it out. Okay, so one of the things that's coming to me in this is how people say you can't create something without destroying something else. Okay, I get it, but it's kind of out of context. Okay, because when you create something, you're molding it, so you're not really destroying it. You're just shifting where everything goes. Okay, yeah, a lot of times if people intentionally say things in a particular way, and that be the maliciousness that'll come into place, because it's one of those, well, you can't create nothing without destroying something first, and it's one of those, well, yeah, you can. Because you create a thought, and you don't have to destroy another thought in order to create that thought. Now you may have to shift those thoughts because of experience and things of that nature, but you don't have to create or you don't have to destroy something in a thought or in your mind in order for it to be created. And that's even on a nucleus level. I don't care how you put that. So that in itself debunks that whole saying. You don't have to destroy something else in order to create something new. Now, what it does say is that you're a destructive person. I'm hearing demonstrative. Okay, you could say you're demonstrative, but it's definitely, or maybe it's some stuff going on with a demonstration. Oh, great, that's crazy. I'm not surprised though. Law of attraction. Relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of essences. Okay, so here's a deal that comes into place with this law of attraction. Um, and what's leading up to it is the angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. Okay, so within this whole law of attraction, the main thing it is you need to pay attention to is first and foremost, you're not like everybody else. So it's certain shit that you just can't do like everybody else do, like path forward. You got to think you one of those. You're an even number that two odd numbers can come into place and make, and two even numbers can come into place and create. Or you get what I'm saying? In short, it could be something odd, or it could be something. It could be something different. You know, I like the word weird. I want to say that it could be two prime numbers. You know what I'm saying? That can create you. So the stabilizing portion, especially if you like think of a block or you think of a I wanted to say a square, but a cube would technically be better because squares they have four lines, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they have four sides. And even the whole fourth dimension, I'm not gonna go there, but you get what I'm saying. It's a lot that goes into that foundational aspect within solar plexus chakra, right? It is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. Within you reflecting in your mental, you have to make sure you pay attention to your solar plexus chakra. We don't talk about this a lot, but the solar plexus chakra is deeply rooted and deeply connected through programming and experience to our thoughts. So the solar plexus chakra and third eye chakra, they work, they coexist. That must be important to hear or say, coexisting. Third eye chakra, right up. I just said this, I hadn't turned it over yet. But third eye chakra, it is safe for you to see the energy or the essence, my bad y'all, of love in all of its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. Within the stabilizing of the emotions, right? The because what is given is the softer side of what it is to be stable and the purpose and the aggressiveness for one. Yeah, for one to be out of conflict and the attraction, what happens within there being people who depend on conflict, okay, versus those who don't. You have a strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. That's a part of loving that you are different. One of the things that always comes into place with this particular one, with loving that they're different, it's an acclamation of a lot of different animals, right? You got the jackrabbit, you got the cat, you got the butterfly. You got all these different beautiful things going on, right? With you that makes you unique and special. And part of that is in regards to the phase. So what is given is, oh, I'm going a little bit further over. What is given is that whole druid. And if you drew something, pay attention to what you're drawing towards you. It's kind of what was given too. Okay? Alright, so I hope that helps you out just a little bit, like Path 4. As a summarization, with the conflicts it is that you would be having coming in, you need to really pay attention to what you were thinking of right before it would have happened, part one, and what your ambitions are, especially if you were going to be a lawyer, doctor, a lawyer. When I say doctor, I mean surgeon. And what constitutes as the love aspect in regards to not being an angel, but being a king. Uh, no, because some of it will be about the whole king shit. Because that's what I just heard. In that regard, I'm going to tell you pay attention to and study the King's Awards that you study, and are they in alignment with who you are and what you want to present? Okay? All right. So hopefully it helps you guys out just a little bit. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, right? It'll help me get the messages out to those people who need it, right? And I'm manifesting that this message gets to those people who need to hear it. All right, all right. Cause see, remember, light work, it ain't light work. It is not light work. Not light work. And that's why you have to stay light while you work.